Hi guys, welcome to my channel. On the 7th of March, I had to take two flights from Ho Chi Minh City to Manila and another flight to Puerto Princesa. And this was my estimated departure and arrival time. They said if I wanted to take a domestic flight, I should make at least 3 hours between two flights because the domestic terminal wasn't close to my arriving terminal 3. So, I managed my second flight was after my first arrival time more than 4 hours. But things didn't go smoothly like that. Here I'll show you why. My first flight was delayed for 1 hour. I was hurrying to the immigrant in Manila. But after standing in line, the immigrant officer asked me to fill something kind of arrival form at this area, and I had to stay in line again. Finally got rid of the long waiting line. I asked people where to catch a bus to Terminal 4. There is a bus station for traveling to other terminals. I paid a fare for 20 peso. The bus driver waited for his bus to fully loaded. Luckily, it didn't take long. In about 20 minutes, I finally get there. No more trouble, and I still had time for some snacks. And wow, I didn't expect the snacks in the airport could be that cheap. After a short flight, me and my friend had got to Puerto Princesa airport. We caught a tricycle to our hotel. On the way, we dropped by a tourist agency to buy tour and van tickets to any door on the following day. Because we bought tickets at the same agency, we got some discounts. We had lunch at a lovely cafe, the Orange Gecko. Foods were okay, price not cheap but acceptable. What's interesting was that they gave us many kinds of sauces, and this gecko, we don't know what it really means to them, but we found it in many places. We walked back to the hotel, took some rest, then take a tricycle to Baywalk Park. If you ever catch a tricycle, bargain. The driver took us from the airport, asked for 100 peso. He also took us to the Gecko Cafe, but the total distance I guessed just around 4 kilometers. 100 peso isn't expensive in Ho Chi Minh for a trip, but it should be 20 to 30 peso only. He tricked us. This time we checked the price with the local and bargained for 30 pesos. The park was over 3 kilometers away. Look, tricycle in Puerto Princesa has a price list here. You should prefer to bargain. Baywalk was a nice and clean park, even though there were many food stands along the street, but I saw no trash. Great! The streets at night were kind of dark. Lights seem not bright enough. I think it's because of lack of electricity. Oh, lack of internet as well. My friend bought a 4G SIM, but it worked unstably. Wi-Fi was something luxury in Palawan. In some hotels and restaurants, they had Wi-Fi zones, but don't expect that you could connect to it in your room. We had dinner at Jollibee. It was different from Jollibee in Vietnam. There, it's operated on day and cheaper also. On our way back to the hotel, we found this dinner. Actually, there's a lot of Vietnamese restaurants in Puerto Princesa, and the famous Vietnamese dish there is chao long. We were confused as chao long sounds like the name of another dish in Vietnam. This one, cháo lòng. Well, we realized that chao long and cháo lòng are totally different dishes. That's all for this video. The next morning at 8 a.m., a van came in time to pick us up, heading to Anido. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.